How's it going, guys? Yep, it swapped. Cool. So, the plan today is to get working on a Shulker farm. And we might need a few more supplies, but we should be good to go. Should just have to go to the end, pick up our Shulker, and bring it back to the overworld, and then spend like 5 hours in creative trying to figure out what the best way to go about killing them is. So, there's going to be some research involved in the process, but for now we are... Yeah, that's right. An idea to upgrade this. But, that's the plan. Am I getting in-game? Ah! See, I accidentally put this to monitor, and I don't want it to... That's so bad. We're hearing the music that plays for you guys. And if it monitors it, then it gets mixed in with my game sound. So that way in editing it, I can't get rid of the music. I actually need to update that one. It's got like, and you have the Ender Dragon kill and stuff like that in it. Yeah. I think of it kind of like a trailer, which I don't know. Shark is on Twitch today. All right, Shark, how's it going? We have... Okay, so we need these. We got pistons. We can make sticky pistons. We have plenty of observers. We need rails, and we need... Okay, we got some rails. We got some mine carts. Do we need more mine carts, or is that enough? Probably more. I'm tired. I've had 12 hours of tests in 2 days. Oh wow, Shark. That'd be very long. In the US, we have like standardized testing they do every once in a while. It's like literally a week where like the entire school day is going through tests and stuff. They reduced it a lot by the time I ended up being a senior, but yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, YouTube's got... I've heard people say that YouTube chat is like a worse experience, but like viewing on YouTube's a better experience. That's kind of the conclusion I heard. That was a while ago though. I mean, we've had almost a full week of exams every month-ish, 5 weeks. Wow, that is kind of crazy. Be way too much for me to handle anymore, that's for sure. What else? What else minus the fact that we're probably like super low on iron. Never mind, we are no longer low on iron. Forgot I went strip mining the other day. That's true. YouTube has much shorter stream delay. Luckily with this setup you get to pick the platform you choose the most. Well, you prefer the most. Wait, do I not... Have I never picked up a blast furnace? I don't think I've ever picked up a blast furnace. Remember how to craft one of these things from scratch? I actually don't remember. It's one of those recipes I've had to look up so many times that you'd think I'd know. Alright, unfortunately we're at the fandom wiki. Double smooth, okay. That's why. I don't know why the right scrap wouldn't be valuable. Come on, one more. Welcome back, Sarah Knight. There we go. I knew it was something weird. Get full netherite someday? I mean, we could just go get full netherite right now, right? Like, it's just a time commitment at this point. Maybe maybe we'll go netherite mining as like a break from designing the farm. Otherwise, I could sit here for forever trying to design the farm. I gotta play primarily with different ways of killing the shulkers, but also like how they work their ways up and stuff. So like the general idea behind a shulker farm, if I remember right, is that you got the chamber with the shulker and the snow golem, which there might be some timing to like an iron trap door and stuff in order to make it work better. But that part's like fairly set in stone. That's what everyone uses. And then you have to get the shulkers into an area where they can be killed, but you also want it so that way shulkers can like loop back into the farm in case that one dies, which is something that actually happens. But shulkers also won't immediately hop to a lot of blocks that are hostile to them. Like, I don't think magma blocks work. Some stuff like that. My current thought, unless wither roses turn out to be like super good, is I'm gonna put them all on a platform. I'm gonna pick them up with minecarts and then essentially dump them in a giant pool of water. That's the current idea. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. That's for testing later. Water is like budget wither roses. We need a lot of minecarts. Well, a lot of rails. We'll go with this. Take the extra iron because it'd be useful to have. Do I have walls? I have 4 walls. Do I want more? I don't know yet. He might be, but I mean, Euro's usually the type of person who immediately when he comes in, first words, math is noob, play Greg Tech or play Arc. So I feel like we'd know if he was here. We need some sand because I want to be able to push it into the shulkers, that way you can't attack me. And then I have obsidian somewhere. I do have some obsidian. Cool. So for now, the plan is to go grab a shulker. We're gonna use a flying machine to bring him back, and then once we get him to the overworld, as of like 1.19, 1.18 they spawned at world spawn, not 0-0, so I don't think we need to worry about that too much. But after him to the overworld, we're just gonna like put him in a box and make sure he's contained, and hopefully it doesn't go anywhere. I think this is good. Do I have... This is actually an opportunity if we don't have a portal at the stronghold. November 5th, alright. Alright, divide those two numbers. I got it. Negative 612 divided by 8. Negative 76.5. And 1467 divided by 8. 183.375. There's only 1 3, but 6 7. Oh my god. Can't believe I accidentally typed those numbers. Let's this nether ceiling would be easier, but I kind of like underground, like not in the nether ceiling. Whatchamacallem? Nether hubs. I'd much rather build another hub like out here. Let's just do it with mini HUD and then turn off that. Okay. 765. Okay, so this is the right block, and then we need 138. Nether gold ore is like surprisingly good gold ore. Like each is a full ingot if you smelt it. Then I forget quite a bit. Oh, I completely forgot invisibility potions. Do we care? I mean, we should probably get some, right? Like, probably a pretty bad idea to try to do this without invisibility. We like even close? What the hell? I'm like 400 blocks off. 83, okay, okay. I was dumb. It's actually probably not very far from the village. Okay, now the number one thing I want to hear right now is a gas fireball. You know, honestly, just a ghast. So this is 83. Skeleton.
Repover says hydrate. I'll make you hydrate every time I hydrate.
Sure thing, Pseudo. I got my water bottle. I left it. Yeah, I left it over there. So we have a precarious situation here. Thank you. I did see a gas floating. Actually, he's up on the top left right now, I think. There his legs or his floaty bits. Oh, there he is. I gotta turn up my hostile mob sounds. You hate their baby noises? When I was a kid, I hated gas. I thought they were like really scary. And then now it's like, you shoot him with a bow. You shoot him with a bow, you run in one direction. You can launch the fireball back. Just don't try if you're like on this thing. Like there's a lot of ways you can deal with them. Just everything that scared me as a kid was stuff I didn't know how to handle. What a good response to it. Like zombie piglin too. Now I know, you just one-shot him. Problem solved. Like even a zombie piglin out in the overworld is like super spooky. When I was a kid, so like 60 million years ago with the dinosaurs, yeah. Not gonna lie, the old man jokes are a lot funnier at work. Shark. We have a few people who are kind of old, like I don't know, maybe 50 to 60. But like these are people who probably should have retired at this point, but haven't. They've like stuck around for actually like 5 to 10 years. Like, what are you doing, man? Retire. But our volume was really low last week, and so it was like, you know, this is the lowest volume we've had since the guy didn't have like a good response, and so somebody else was like, you know, since the Great Depression, since the Depression, it was a lot funnier in the moment because it was immediate, like, oh yeah, it hasn't been this light since the Depression. Oh, it's a child. Ouch. Oh, 1 second we were fine, and the next second we were 2 hearts. I hate children. That's crazy. Oh, that's pretty good portal positioning. I do say so myself. Congratulations, Ark. Hopefully, child doesn't still around. I was thinking we do need more gunpowder. It's a chicken. I thought it was a rabbit. I'm still not used to that. I mean, I'm gonna be nostalgic for all the old textures. I'm gonna have like the old chicken texture, the old cow texture, the old gravel texture maybe at some point. Hi, friend. Old gravel is dog water? What do you mean? Like, sure, it had like little bits of pink and stuff in it, but it was so good. So fine. No chunky bits in it. Armadillo scoop. What's an armadillo? What do you do with armadillo scoots? Like, somewhat serious question, like, I don't remember. Like, turtle scoots are used for turtle master potions or the turtle helm. I think the turtle helm is mostly cosmetic. Oh, wolf armor. Okay. Thank you, Pseudo. And shark. Ah. Yeah, I am blinded by nostalgia. He's arrow immune. Grown too powerful. Hi, friend. Okay, 28, so that means we have basically another stack and a half. Actually, that is an insane pack spawn. Okay, we'll be fine now. So, night vision potions, inverted to invisibility potions, craft the gunpowder into rockets, and then we should have all the other supplies. If a skeleton spawns up there, that'd be super obnoxious. I'm gonna leave this portal because it's that's like the only geode I found, I think. Oh, hi, friend. See, gas aren't scary. Actually, let me turn this off. For some reason the heater in my apartment isn't working. I'm glad it decided to turn off now, as opposed to last, but almost 2 weeks ago, where it's like -10 real temp out. today. It's supposed to get up to like 30s, almost 40. Like the fact that it doesn't work isn't a deal. I'm also in an apartment building, so my neighbors are helping warm it. Leech off of their power. There's a zombie. Tearing stuff. Okay, and then night vision. How long are we gonna need? Wow, okay, slight change of pace.
Kedic just wanted to say, drink, 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 other one is on CD.
Yeah, it's on CD because I don't want to die of water poisoning. But sure. It's like dangerous stuff. Like, I remember a few years ago or whatever, maybe I got caught up in like a fear-mongering video about it, where there's like some stat where it's like more people die to overhydration than dehydration nowadays, at least in the US. I mean, these are people drinking like multiple liters of water though in like literally an hour. Yes, you can drown yourself by drinking water. No, it does something else. It's like it messes like with the electrolytes in your body or something like that. It's what it sounded like to me. True, pseudo. My natural state is moderately dehydrated. Oh, you tell them to come over, Webby. If they want to be in Twitch chat, they can be in Twitch chat. If you want to be in YouTube chat, you can be in YouTube chat. Then carrots. Yeah, big L to me because I don't drink enough water. You know, they should give like a gene to people that makes soda hydrating. They should just, you know, do that. Shark is not slowing down at all. That also reminds me, I gotta fix the stats. You're actually getting +5 damage, and you're actually getting +25 health every couple of levels. I gotta fix that. Basically, I forgot to account for the attribute shift. Wow, poppin' day. Like half of one of your normal streams, Webby. Beep. Input that. Invert. Wait, that's tonight? Hightail tonight? Maybe not tonight. Maybe some other day, though. Well, I told you, Shark. I was going to rebalance some of the numbers. You get to keep your level. You get to stay level 34. I think the vast majority of viewers probably don't chat a whole bunch. That's part of it. Ooh, whoops. Minus 100% waypoint transmit range. Oh. So, in the newer versions of Minecraft on multi-servers, your XP bar switches between a XP bar and a player locator. So there must be an attribute to control how much you transmit your position. It's called like waypoint transmission range. Like WoW is like, you gotta play WoW in order to watch WoW streams. Other than maybe like Asmon's old transmog contests and stuff. But that's more entertaining because it's a turbo nerd yelling at people about their transmog. I mean, even top PvP in Mythic Plus is like, you literally have no clue what's going on unless you play the game. And actually, even PvP, like I'd have no clue what's going on in PvP. You're like, oh, that guy's doing a lot of damage. Oh wow, that's a really long stun. I wonder why they aren't stepping up and into range of this guy. Seems like he has nothing. Okay, so this will be 48 plus 24, 52, 70. This will be like an hour and 12 minutes of invisibility. If it takes us more than an hour, 12 minutes of like fussing with the Shulker, I think we deserve to get attacked. If I had to guess, Sarah Knight, it'll probably end up similar to League of Legends. In League of Legends, you do a lot of timing of players' abilities in your head. Minus, like, sometimes you'll actually, like, ping it and get the time stamp in chat for, like, flash and stuff for 5 minutes. But, it'll probably be like that. You just time it mentally. You time, like, the big ones. Like, for example, if I'm playing against a Yasuo, I know how roughly long his cooldown is on his W, and so I can bait it out, and I can get my cooldown back before he gets his W back. That's true. It will be a little insane. It'll be a bit of a transition period for sure. Okay. We have an ender chest. I believe we're good to go. Welcome back, Bolts. How's it going? Should mark this. Glad to hear. Dude, Shulker farm? I'll be honest, I haven't even designed it because that's gonna be the part that's gonna be like super annoying to do. Ow, ow. I think it's worth it as like one of the first farms though, right? Because it gives me the ability to say like make shulker loaders for a lot of my other farms. And then that makes the logistics of handling so many items a lot easier. It is kind of wild how close it comes out to. Yes, we have infested potions, so it wouldn't matter if I save that or. Alright. Here we go. Alright guys, pick a direction. Mine is that, oh, actually that is pretty close. Oh, cool, Bolt. That'd be awesome. Alright, it says east. I think this is east. Wait, where? Facing north. Oh, okay. Message retracted. Well, I was thinking about just like picking a direction of flying, but then that one's like literally right there, right? So it's like, let's just go use that one. Because I'm like more than 90% sure I didn't clear out these entire things. Just flying over empty void. Why your PC not lagging? I have a pretty good computer. This is also not like truly rendered. It's a mod called Distant Horizons. It essentially simplifies the world into like chunks, and then it renders like a simplified version of it. So it's a lot less intensive than it would be if you're like actually loading all of that. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. Whereas like if you have a dedicated graphics card, that like immediately puts you in like another class. I like that guy. Let's try to get him. How do we want to? Can Shulker see through walls? I forget. I mean, I could take the dragon head, but I never know what to do with it, you know? Like, sure, it's a limited item, but like, it's not as rare as like a dragon egg, and it's just kind of. Like a dragon build in the overworld. True. Is not something I've done before. Could be interesting. Hopefully there's no shulkers. Alright, this is gonna be our staging area. So if my understanding is correct, as long as we don't actually bump the shulker, we should be invisible. At actual stairs instead of whatever this stuff is. Like, he can't see us right now, if I remember correctly. Ah, come on, man. Sorry, I see chat messages going by, but I'm trying to be very careful. Hopefully so understandably. Yep. Why would I bring buckets of milk, Webby? Alright, see you in a bit, Bolt. Have a good dinner. Okay. And him being against that block is great for us. Essentially, this is gonna take... Dude, we're gonna have a shulker in less than an hour. This is going way better than it did last time. Yeah. I killed the Ender Dragon. Like 2-ish weeks ago, maybe 3. I was actually checking my stream dates. I think it was like January 8th, maybe, or something like that. Wait, that's Volt? Guys, I should remember that, shouldn't I? That's Volt. Oh no, I won't remember that's Volt. I should remember who Zeus is. I don't remember who Volt. I know who Volt in World of Warcraft is. And Bolt. Yeah, like, man, we're not even through our 4 minutes of invisibility yet. Colwyn, that's right. Ooh. Not gonna lie, I was about to jump. Alright, Pseudo.
Repover says hydrate. Twink twink twink.
That's good. Water actually tastes really good. I'm probably pretty dehydrated. Alright, so we want him to fall onto this block. This is gonna be a wall. This is gonna be a wall. And this is gonna be a glass block we're gonna push into it. The glass block is to essentially, like, disable him from being able to do anything. Like, he's just a block at that point, essentially. And we need to line this up. Go like this, and then I want some block 2. At that point, it can be safe to let our invisibility run. As long as there aren't any other. And we'll run around over here. Get Elytra and wings ready. And then we gotta fall behind. I need to get rid of this. Cool. We did it, guys. We now have a passive shulker. Oh, that's like the hardest part done. Actually, is this the hardest part? One of the hardest parts are done. We just gotta be careful not to break the slime block, because if we do that, he's free. Do we want to grab a second? On one hand, I'm like, a second would be really nice. Like, that would basically guarantee success. But at the same time, my head's like, it's more opportunity for things to go wrong. I think we go with one for now. And then, we'll just have to be very careful with our design and when we turn it on and stuff. Probably a left click shark with a diamond shovel. What am I looking for? Oops, we still need the wall. We're gonna be riding on a singular rail. Give me this shulker back. We can dump stuff in here. Need that stuff back when we get back to the main island. Where's my minecart? Here's my minecart. Okay, here it is. I believe we have everything that we're gonna need. Very unfortunate to break this with something other than Silk Touch. I think you have to go to your class trainer first. I should 100% add class trainers to the Dark Star. It's like one NPC is like randomly placed in the like 10,000 blocks in the overworld that's like reachable. Good luck finding him. And then he charges you like literally Neuros levels of wealth in order to do anything, to learn any abilities. Okay. The obsidian is here because I don't want this to go anywhere yet. So it's like turns the case to mess up. That's fine, he's broke. True. The real barons all have their money in sorry, I'm trying to think for a little bit. Have all their money in slash T-Bal. Whoops. I guess I can talk a little bit about flying machines here. So essentially what's going on is that we're going to push this unit ahead, and this is going to push it for us. The fact that sticky piston is relatively irrelevant. We're pushing it in this direction. This ticks every time it sees like a new air block. So we just need to move this forward. We have a place for the player. So we use a minecart to sync the player's position, so that we're not like sliding around and stuff. We are in the minecart. The walls, I'm actually gonna raise. Do I want to raise them up a little bit? The walls are here so that way we don't get pushed off. Oh wow. Yeah, no, this minecart's secure. It's not. That's not going anywhere. Slaps minecart. So then we need something to push this assembly. Sorry, I'm trying to remember exactly how this works. Alright, let's just sync, right? We want to push this unit forward. We'll do the same thing as we did earlier. We gotta like do this in reverse. Flying machines are not my strength. So we activate this one, which pushes all this forward, which pushes this forward. But when this gets pushed forward, should this get pushed forward? Okay, 1 second. I'm really struggling. Okay, basic flying machine. Wait, why doesn't this... So if my understanding of what just occurred is correct, this should work, but we need to fire this one first. Alright, so we can just leave it like that. Alright, don't ask me to explain this. I have no clue what's going on. This is arcane wizardry. Make sure a path is clear. Get a little close to that. I'll be fine. Yes! Alright. I did not think that would be the part that took the longest to set up. Okay. We're off. Shulker. No, to me it doesn't look like he's going anywhere. And then this here horizontally is the core that we just built in creative that I had to double check that it still works. We need to push this part further forward because otherwise this bit's gonna be hitting the push limit, I think. At least close to it. So that's why we have this like extra little attachment to push this ahead. Flying machines are so weird. I kind of like the blooms in the end that like come and go. It makes the world a lot more dynamic than this kind of like almost cold wasteland or whatever that it is with just the end stone. Why are there clouds in the end dimension? Is this something with my system that's buggy, or is there actually clouds in the end? Probably something on my end, isn't it? Hey, there's some setting I accidentally turned on. Oh, okay. So apparently it's not supposed to have clouds. I just have a debug. Oh, a bug. Ah, okay, this isn't Horizons related. Issue created 1 week ago by Neo6060. He also just created a fresh install for 1.21.10, same version, no clouds. Something specific to 1.21.11. Oh, lag! Ah! My fault for accidentally rendering OBS. Alright, while we're waiting, I'm gonna look up Shulker mechanics. So we got teleportation. Shulker bullets. 17 by 17 by 17 cube centered on the Shulker's current position. Position must satisfy the following criteria. The position must be above the build limit of the world and within the world border. Must not contain any non-air block. The block space of position must not overlap with any blocks or entities hitbox. At least one of the adjacent blocks must provide an attachable surface such that the Shulker could fully open from attachment. Is this scaffolding thing still a thing? The Shulker is at a Y position above the scaffolding block. The top is a full face and blocks opening. At the same Y level as scaffolding unsupported from below. The bottom is a full face and it blocks opening. Otherwise, scaffolding is seen as having no faces and does not block open. Okay, I've seen some older Shulker farms use scaffolding like that. Alright, this is the scary part of the journey. I trust it though. Okay, and we can put the Shulker through the portal in a minecart is what this says. Yeah, it's gonna make stuff a lot easier for us. Oh, now we just got the hard part of designing a Shulker farm. I mean, the basic premise is that you just have a platform they can teleport to. I wonder if you can get away with just like a layer of dirt and then minecarts underneath to pick them up, pick up the items that drop, and just come with wither roses or not. Because if so, that'd be like stupid simple to make. I just have to get my hands on some wither roses. Flying machines are so interesting. I wish I knew more about them, like how to make doors and stuff out of them. How do you stop them and get them to restart and stuff? Like, I suppose the way that you stop this without breaking it is you put like an obsidian block I don't know. I might still break it. We're still 500 blocks away, but it looks so close. It might be actual. Is that render distance? It might be render distance. Welcome back, Bolt. We have one shulker secured. Now we gotta get him to the overworld, and we gotta figure out the farm that we're building. This is the part that I thought would be hardest, but it is going much smoother than I thought it would. Level 35, that's insane, Shark. I think I gotta add like infinitely scaling bosses type of deal. Oh, and look at that, Wibby's lost his #1 chatter spot. RIP. But I think having like almost like keystones from World of Warcraft, where you can fight like progressively harder versions of the boss and maybe give like a scaling reward. You just gotta make sure the bosses scale faster than the rewards. Like maybe the dungeons, if you remember. I mean, you could do dungeons with like scaling difficulty. I did not play Donut SMP Bolt. I've been asked this a few times. I forget what Donut SMP was. Ah, I see, okay. Message redacted. Wow. We're still fairly high up. I said it isn't too big of a deal, right? He gets extra momentum on his way to the portal. And the fact that we don't have to activate a realm off. I'm mistaken all over. True. Luckily, we have enough infrastructure in this world that I'd probably be fine. I just have to spend some time at my spawner and create some villagers. Go strip mining for a stream type of deal. I want to... I think I break this slime block to stop. I don't want to break any of these up here, because it won't actually stop us. And they'll unleash the shulker, which we obviously don't want. The sound is camera based. That's so weird. I do live in the US. Try to make it as much of a straight shot as possible. Ah, Canada. You mean the 51st state? Canada seems like a pretty cool place. I've never personally been, but it's a place I'd like to go at some point. Maybe I should have gone a block further down. Should be able to get rid of these walls. As well as the slabs here. So we break that, quickly place a rail. Gain a little bit of momentum. And worst case scenario, we can use the furnace minecart too. Switzerland is your dream country. Yeah, Switzerland seems really cool too. What I think is interesting about Switzerland is how neutral they are. Which I always thought, you know, it was like a 60-40 type of deal. Between like, you know, US, Russia, you know, like the traditional West in Russia and China. But like, no, they're a true 50-50. Which is kind of interesting. Heard Iceland's really pretty too. I'm gonna bring out the first minecart just in case. The worst case scenario is that we don't need it. Alright, this should hopefully bring him at least most of the way. Whoops. Wait, Niagara Falls freezes? That's actually crazy. Do I want invisibility when I break them? Sure, why not? Just be an extra failsafe. I mean, dude doesn't pose any real threats, but make him a little bit more passive. Boop. Oh, you know it'd be super tragic? He's gotta be at world spawn, right? There's no way he's gonna end up at 0-0. Because he's in a entity. Should probably pick up these rails. I'm gonna need them. Dude, if he's at 0-0, he's probably dead. I think 0-0 is in the middle of the ocean. I'll take the glass. I want to put him on an obsidian block with glass in his head. Oh. Let me get him to like roughly a good spot. Oh, that's actually great thinking, Bolt. Thank you for that. Not gonna lie, I was about to just hop through and then be at my base. I'm not super far away from world spawn, but save a little bit of time. Yeah, cause the Ender Pearl ends up where like entities do. I suppose he's gonna be hostile anyways, cause we're gonna be like right on top of him. Yeah. Forget about me. Yeah, Enderman. Nope, it is turning night. Alright, I guess we go sleep. Would have saved time. Just a little unlucky. So, not 100% sure where we want to put it yet. "17 by 17 is a pretty large area. So that's something we're gonna have to consider too. We can bury it, which is probably what's gonna happen to most of my farms eventually. But that is a lot of digging. I don't want it to be too far away, but at the same time, we'll probably just chunk load it. No bolt. So the general idea is that if the shulker hits itself with a bolt, it has a chance to like leave itself behind and like duplicate into another shulker. And like that's the whole principle. Welcome back, Webby. We are trying to figure out where we're going to put the shulker farm. Curse you, shark. Oh, there you go. He's back. Ooh, what the? This beacon's just being buggy. Oh, tell you, shark. All YouTube's mechanics. I have no way to handle it. I guess no way to modify it. Are you snowed in, Sarah Knight? Alright, I guess I can turn on. That is going to be a Temple of Artemis. It's going to be bigger than what's rendered here. I don't know how much bigger, but it's going to be bigger. That is going to be an actual village at some point. That is our skeleton farm. So do we just like put it in this little area here? Make it like a central feature? I don't think you can even do a super chat, shark. I gotta unlock it through YouTube's policies or whatever. But if this is where the shulker farm is, this is like 24/7 active. But on that hill, you mean the hill I'm standing on? This is another spot that would make a lot of sense, right? That car's not moving so Serenite. Time to get out your shovel. Or just leave that world spawn. And world spawn is nice because we don't have to worry about actively chunk loading it. And then we can just have a switch to turn it off. We can like stop the shulker from being able to see the snow golem so it won't fire. All right. Took 5 minutes to convince myself to leave the shulker where it's at. This is probably going to end up as a fairly farm heavy area. I don't know if I want to do it all underground or not. But I like to play technically, which means that world spawn is valued real estate. Big, I would appreciate it if Alright, Shark, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Congratulations on level 35 on Dark Star. Absolutely nuts. Alright, Webby. Enjoy your work. There is... Need a few more blocks. Literally just a few more blocks. No, we'll be fine. This'll work. We do that, and then... that... Actually, let's do last block. Don't forget that I have that on my head. Oh yeah, slam blocks are full blocks, aren't they? Wow, Webby, wow. What a guy. I want to follow behind and break it again. Oh, okay. Okay, we're good. Phew. Whoops. Bro saw nothing. Might take some damage. Yeah, we're good. Shulker secure. Drop all the items. I gotta be careful not to accidentally run out of slime blocks. That would be very tragic. Now I'll just dump stuff in here. Alright. Now we got the hard part. How long did that take? I'm actually kind of curious. 1.5 hours. That is like half the time it took me to do that last time. Yeah, we can just give it this chunk probably then. We'll be fine. And it should theoretically be loaded. Spawn chunks have gone through quite a few iterations over the years. But I think even the most conservative iterations have left basically this chunk is forever loaded. There's probably ways that we can test it, but what do you want to build around it? I suppose it kind of depends on what shape it is. Like if it's a perfect cube, and build something else. Keeping this above ground is definitely going to ruin some of the ancient aesthetic I'm going for. Okay, give me like 1 minute, I'll be right back, and then we'll start working on... Wait, oh yeah, microphone is working. Microphone has been working for 30 minutes. Be right back, and then we'll work on design. Okay, sorry, we're back. My Minecraft music stopped. No, it's back. Okay. In order to get the Minecraft soundtrack, I literally have like a video file that plays in the background of the stream. It's just outputting to a different audio track. Alright. Shulker Farms. Whoops, says multiplayer. I need you lighting up this world. Alright, let's go over here. So the very basic part of these farms is give me a wall. Essentially we have a wall, we have a trapdoor, usually iron. This is the snow golem. There's literally a snow golem spawn egg. Okay. That is gonna be a problem in our world too. Is he just... Yeah, it's just a different world. I do it in this world. No, he's dying to temperature. Actually, do I really want to do it in this world? I kind of don't. There. Wait, I was actually... This is me trying to build a shulker farm at one point a while ago. But here you can see kind of the general idea. Where are all the shulkers? I guess I killed them all. Oops, I should copy in this way. Let's go over here. I spent a lot of time on that build. Don Jacob Jingleheimerson. Oh, that's funny. There's a story behind this dog. I don't remember the entire story. What the heck? Very, resilient dog, I suppose. So yeah, it is the biome Serenite. So this is the basic idea, right? Snow golem here, and then Shulker ends up right here, I believe. At some point, there's a good chance that he is going to duplicate. Why did that happen? But here's the problem, right, Bolt? Yeah. And this is why it's a little bit more... Do we want to try a different design? I do have it in the overworld, on the world. It is at world spawn. Yeah. So there is another design I'd literally be copying Etho for this, but you can ask Gemini. I want to design it myself, right? Well, that's like the whole idea. Add buttons. But that doesn't change the end result, right, Sarah Knight? Like, at the end of the day, he's still teleported without duplicating. Like, this is the behavior we want. Yeah, so he's supposed to duplicate, but he doesn't always. And actually, it's seeming to be much higher probability that he doesn't duplicate than I initially thought. Well, then he just doesn't teleport, right? Like, he eventually kills himself. Like, there's a good duplication. And I mean, they'll fight each other too, right? So you get some residual like that. Oops. Okay, so there is a way that this might still work, right? So Shulkers have a chance to teleport if they take damage. And so if we're killing them in range of that chamber, there is a realistic chance that they will teleport back. So now I'm curious, can they teleport to dirt that has wither roses on it? Or is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6. This should be the whole area he's able to teleport. Minus verticality. Let's see if World Edit is smart enough to do this. Cool. That saves me some time. Let's see if it's smart enough to do this. Nope. Half slabs would also stop it, wouldn't it? Top half slabs. Yeah, but these are bottom half slabs. Alright, World Edit. You're installed for one reason, and you're not saving much time. World edit is not built in Minecraft. There is /fill, which I believe is a default command. But, like, world edit itself is not. So I actually have a world edit mod installed. The idea is that if he teleports up, he'll take damage on the wither roses. If he can't teleport up, he'll probably just die. Which is my suspicion of what's going to happen, but we'll see. Yep, he just died. Okay. We're gonna test again, but I'm pretty sure he's just gonna die. Wait, what? What? Wow, I set second position twice. You think I'd learn at this point? Good, there we go. I was being dumb. We got it. All right. Now we're gonna do something slightly different. This is probably what I've seen the most. The idea is that you pick up the shulker no matter where it teleports to. And then you kill him on a wither rose. But you need the minecart bouncing back and forth in order to actually pick them up. Because as we saw earlier, they won't willingly go onto wither roses. Do I want a block here? I suppose I do, right? Right. Where I was not gonna spend an entire redstone block. I guess for now I can just do that, right? Oh, whoops. Oh no, I broke the button. Dude, this is such a pain to work with. All right. Let's see if this works. Wait, it doesn't bounce back? Hey, it doesn't teleport up. Why? Well, it's not because of the roses that the minecarts aren't bouncing back. As long as they're like running into a block, it will be fine. Actually, if I just gotta make this vertical, don't I? Yeah, that'll work fine. All right, that might finally work. Yeah. It's just fiddling with it until it works, right, Bolt? Like that's all we're doing. Okay, so it picks them up. I forgot to put a button there. So they do escape sometimes. I mean, the general idea is... Maybe put this on both sides? Is there a minecart? Back over here. I missed one! Oh my god. Who didn't tell me I missed one? Whoops. I thought you were talking about a different block though. I thought you were talking about the dirt block I was like literally looking at when you said it. Whee. Oh, whoops, that's gotta be activator rail. Why is it not? Yeah, no fuss copying over there. Yeah. No fuss copying the rail over there. I don't know. Why are you... Alright, there we go. Uh... Let's make things faster. Not be fighting with you half the time. Why is this one stuck? Did it not start it? And he died. I don't think the fact that this is not dirt is really affecting anything. What I think could be having an effect, and what I'm gonna try to do right now, is that the Shulker doesn't have enough blocks to flee to, right? Like, what the heck, World Edit? Oh my god. I figured it'd be nice and easy, you know, just like copy and paste a whole layer at a time. Add like 2 layers, one above, one below, and like, yeah, you know, that'll give it a chance to, that'll give the Shulkers more chances to flee. And like what should be like a quick like 3-second test is that now we're like literally building it. Multiple times over in creative. For me, the Shulker keeps on killing the golem. Are you in Bedrock, or what edition are you in, Bolt? I can show you the chamber in a little bit more detail if you'd like. Yeah, but there's something called like block state, which like World Edit should be like super aware of and copy it over. I don't know why it's not copying over block state. Okay. Education might be weird. Like, I don't know how well this works with even in Bedrock Edition, which is like a little bit more regular than Education Edition. Get rid of all the buttons too. No, just specific buttons. Find the missing button stream. So here's the chamber. Make sure you have 2 blocks here with a trapdoor on top and then a wall on the bottom. Because that'll make a gap that's too small for the Shulker bolt to go through, but it'll be large enough for the snow golem to shoot him. That is the secret. Oh. Oh, you might actually already be working. Might be all the number of spaces we need. And ironically, this is going to look better in survival than it is currently in creative. Alright, I feel better. That's all I needed. I feel better. Thanks for the stretch, Sarah Knight. Sprint. Oh, that's why we do a slab there. Okay. Is this guy not getting picked up? Oh, the minecarts are getting broken by the shulker shooting. I know chamber's not loaded Serenite, I'm thinking. Because the shulkers being able to like break the minecarts is kind of a big problem. Oh, spawning is not a big deal. We can prevent it. Alright, I think we go back to the drawing board. I think we do a reactor type setup. It'd be really nice to make this fully automated, but like... maybe come back to it someday. So the general idea with the reactor is that we use the player to cause the shulkers to fire. That does sound pretty fun, Bolt. I'm trying to think exactly what shape this needs. Essentially like this, right? And then we hollow out this middle. And then we put a water column in the middle. This is mostly straight plagiarism. We button the sides. I think thematically this is a lot cooler too, right? Like it's basically like a literal reactor, right? This also moves it much more to like an AFK as opposed to like an active farm. Sorry. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, the player will have to AFK in this as opposed to, like, just having it run all the time. It also isn't, like, super active. I don't know, maybe we can get like multiple of these things going. Yeah, they're able to open up in the water just fine. And then I suppose we can put a floor here. We do want to give them a safe space to teleport to in case we run out of shulkers. We'd want to give them a couple of these, and then like a way to easily load them back in. We actually probably want quite a few of those. But if we do game mode survival, you can see they're shooting these bolts, right? But they don't go through. I thought they didn't go through the water. Ow. All right. Math, play new game immediately. I am sorry, Neros, but I really want to get a Shulker farm to work. Yeah, I don't want to just copy somebody's design, even though this one is pretty close to just copying someone else's design. But let's see if the lack of a ceiling was the issue. Because in theory, we are safe. Don't know why we're not. What if we did like glass panes? Should we play Roblox? Nah. I would rather not play Roblox. Oops. Wait, I missed a block outside? Wow. Or is it like Alt 5? I forgot the game mode switcher is. So slow flying at this speed too. TNT minecart's super fun. Alright. Let's try now. There. Oh. I left another spot? Okay, is everyone inside the reactor? Okay, minus you. Alright, does it work now? No, it does not work. Oh, they just walked out. Does he not understand he's taking damage? Sir? Oh my god. Wow. The other idea I had last time was water. Which I think water went even more poorly than... Probably the minecarts. Like, what? Do mobs just like not see that as something that can kill them or something? I just don't immediately walk off of it. So what's the idea with water? The idea with water was basically you turn on water on a platform, and if they have nowhere to run, then they just die. So I need to put a border along all these with buttons on them. Suppose this has the added benefit that it can move the items towards the middle if we... This is what I was thinking about while I was at work. This was like... It's like my backup idea to the minecarts. It also has the added benefit that it forces them back into the chamber if one is not there. Because like there's nowhere else valid for them to go to, right? This is probably gonna be even slower at killing them than the Wither Roses, though. A box packing company? I mean, that's one way to call it. I mean, we don't need to be exact, right? And then I actually want to use what I did over here again. Which was a normal piston that pushes down. If I remember right, the piston moving forces them off. I might be wrong though. We can leave this open. For the sake of testing, I'm gonna do this. Snow Golem. And Shulker. Oh wow. Wait, what? They're already duplicating that much? So then, you know, just occasionally. What? Wait, and they all teleported? Oh, they all found safe spots. You guys didn't see anything. Yeah, iron golems are utility mobs. Not iron golems, snow golems, so they don't take fall damage. Dude's probably still alive down there. There we go. That'll work. Yeah, this is such a scam. Look at him. He's like literally in the water. Like, what do you mean? You're the nuclear option. So what do people kill shulkers with? I'm obviously missing something. So yeah, most people are using the scaffolding style. Work them up. What does the actual killing chamber look like? Yep, so I am live on Twitch or YouTube. You can watch on either, whichever platform you prefer. Yep, either. The link to Twitch is in the description of the YouTube live stream, and the link to YouTube is in the panels on Twitch somewhere. Okay, sorry. Let's, do I have any? I do have a screen available, okay. Let's pull this up. I want to show you guys this. Bam. Alright. Is a chance. Yep, basically. Shulker teleport mechanics, whatever. We know this. Scaffolding interaction. We're not using scaffolding. Minecart is an access Shulker will ride the minecart. This lets you move them near the end portal. Yep. Happy gas. We've already done this actually. Our Shulker is in the over. Good there. And then now they're literally just a whole bunch of paste videos. Now these are like how the shulker is killed. That's literally the only thing I care about. The key consideration is 1 versus 2D. There are two main approaches: cell-based designs and reactors. Cell-based designs maintain a shulker in a breeding shell, removing the duplicated shulkers from around the breeding cell as quickly as possible. On the other hand, reactors rely on having a large number of effective breeding cells and letting the number of shulkers naturally saturate, collecting drops from within the reactor as shulkers gradually die off. Both designs have their strengths and weaknesses, with reactors next to the follow bolts tending to be a lot simpler, but being larger and usually requiring significantly more blocks placed for the same rates. In both cases, these farms are reliant on having a large number of teleportable spaces for the breeding shulkers. However, cell-based farms also need a way of moving the shulkers away from the region. So we're trying to build a cell-based one right now. A reactor is going to be simpler. More complicated, have lower rates, although this is changing with newer designs. Early iterations may use a few different methods of removing them, such as minecarts, trapdoors. Newer and better farms take advantage of the scaffolding. So, reactor. We're on having a large number of effective breeding cells and letting the shulkers naturally saturate, collecting drops from within the reactor as the shulkers die off. Welcome to Twitch, Bolt. It's so loud. Okay, I'll turn down Twitch alerts here, and I'll remind myself to go back and change it. I'm already at minus 20 decibels on Twitch alerts. We'll go to minus 30. Sorry about that. Hopefully I didn't hurt anyone's ears. Okay, so what that is telling me is essentially, let's just take this. Dude, if this works, I spent like way too long. And this will actually be super easy if this is the style. If I'm understanding this correctly, the easiest reactor to make. Whoops, that one is a little too close. Are all the buttons still there? Yeah, minus this one. I think it's missing on most of them. Dang, bro is cooking. Nah, this is copying somebody. This is realizing that I've overcomplicated the assignment way too much, and then just doing like the bare minimum in order to get something turned in. If this works though, I want to be both elated and disappointed. All right, and then one shulker. And like ideally we'd have multiple of these, right? We'd expand this even further. No. So here's the idea, Webby. When I was reading on the Minecraft wiki, they were talking about reactor versus cell type designs. Reactors involve having a lot of these breeding cells. I'll probably work on something to get them more densely packed together. Whereas cells are more like what we were doing over here, where we're trying to get the shulker away from the breeding area as quickly as possible. This doesn't care, right? This just lets the shulker sit in the breeding cell, and when it dies off, it dies off. And we'd probably put like a hopper minecart underneath this block to pick up the shulker shell when it dies in the breeder. No buttons in the middle on this guy. He's got buttons, he's got buttons. This guy a button? This guy does not have buttons. Whoops. A consideration with this is that we're going to need as many spots as possible for the shulker to teleport, especially because like early on the shulker could die potentially. Actually, give him an extra spot there. Watching both streams at the same time, Bolt? Wow, that's a lot. Tick, sprint. Man, dude has not duplicated. Macy hasn't died, to be honest. That was the idea. Well, we tried two different ideas. The first one was minecarts picking them up, but their bolts have a chance to kill the minecart. And I suppose if you just move them further away, but I want them to be able to go back into the reading center. And then this one, I was trying to kill them with water, but they literally do not care about fluids. Guy's taking forever to duplicate. Maybe we need more. We're gonna need more, and we're gonna need them more densely packed than this. Like, this is gonna be the type of farm that this is gonna end up being, right? I do think this is the more entertaining design. Okay, our shulker literally just died. Essentially, yeah. So the idea is that this chamber is a shulker, like breeding chamber. And we're just trying to maximize the number of spots you can teleport to. Does the farm break if the shulker dies? True. The idea with this, though, is we need to get enough spots for him to teleport away to and duplicate to that the probability of them all dying out is low. And so that's actually the issue we're having right now, is that we don't have enough cells nearby. Yeah, that's the idea. I do only have one shulker. And I'm actually going to splash potion him with instant healing before we even start trying to put him into one of these. Okay, so I think we need a way to get these cells to be a lot denser. Like, this is way too low a probability right now. So the general idea right now we have is this, right? Snow golems can shoot through this gap. Shulkers cannot. What happens if we put a row of snow golems? Can we do a row of shulkers? My cat just growl? What was that noise? Yeah. That's the general idea, Webby. We're just gonna try to heal him. We gotta be careful though. We can't just like spam heal him, because the chance of duplication is dependent on what's the word I'm looking for? It's dependent on their health. If they're lower health, they're more likely to duplicate when they get hit by a shulker shell, by a shulker, a bolt, whatever you call it. So like, yeah, we can just heal him until we get him to spawn a friend, but we do it too much, then he'll never gain a friend. Actually, I need more buttons in there. Actually, if I just get them on these blocks, they shouldn't be able to open, which means they shouldn't be able to teleport there. Dude, World Edit is really letting me down here. I am very disappointed with it. It's doing half slabs on the bottom half. It's not duplicating rails very well. It's a nightmare. All right, and then I guess I can just put trap doors. In the actual build, I'll probably use slabs. All right, so in theory, whoops, that is way too many. There are also a block too low. In theory, something like this should work as a farm design. So snow golems can't actually hurt the shulkers. I have actually been part of an SMP in the past, Bolt. I would not be opposed to joining another one. It would just have to align a little bit better with my goals. We hoping the snow golems would not be as fixated on a singular shulker. Can he still shoot if there's a shulker like literally right next to him like this? Yeah, now they're actually fighting. Which, if they're fighting, that's actually even better for us. I would join another Webby, but I would just have to align a little bit closer with what I'm looking to get out of it. Okay, I think this idea still has promise. Obviously, we just gotta increase the chamber size. Let's duplicate it. Let's get another row of shulkers right here, and then we'll do like 2 walls. Like this. Congratulations, Bolt. We're all boomers, Bolt. I am 25. Webby is probably around 30. Almost time to retire. Cap, no cap. No cap, on God, NGL. Real for real. Yeah, he's not 64. I wonder if there's anything stopping me from just like making this chamber like 3 layers and then just making it like really big. Maybe I should look at what some other people are doing for reactor style designs. The Shulker's about to get blasted. How? Oh. Okay. Yep, that makes sense. Fail farm delete it all. So now it's a game of how densely can you pack these, right? And is there any other styles that work better? Yeah. So one issue I'm seeing here is having like a multi-chamber thing going on. These Shulker bolts are like really dancing around, right? They're dancing around and they're not hitting the Shulker. That's... He's destroying cardboard. Here's one thing that this thing does better with. Because it's got like a very set direction for the bolt to go, right? So... how far do we need the bolt to go? Does it have to go a full 3, or can we get away at 2 blocks? Orbital strike cannon. No, I'm actually I'm gonna kill him. We're gonna do a slab because this will be more space efficient. Whoops. We should be able to open. Okay. Is he not able to open on a slab? Oh. They probably have 2-dimensional farms though. Yeah, I want to keep mine to 1 dimension.
Defenestrator 3 just wanted to say, just trying out TTS, but how is the Shulker farm going?
It's going pretty good. We got a general idea for the approach. We're just trying to optimize things, I think, at this point. Liza. So good. Oh, you're so well behaved, then you had to go. Ah, he's pretty quickly teleporting out of this. No, I have a TTS for channel points. You get channel points just by watching. Shut up. not allowed to. I have Demonstrator now too. Wahahaha. Wait, it's not the same Demonstrator? Okay. Kitty is purring on my lap. Hopefully he stays. Well, she stays. Okay. Try not to disrupt the cat. Can we get away with less distance between the Shulker? Okay, she's between the Shulker and the snow. Go over there, where you wanted to be. Those button. What? Now you're destroying the carpet there? Usual spot. This cat is just a chaotic ball of destruction. Dude, I really like that Gojo emote. I don't know why. Like, it perfectly captures like an emotion that there isn't another good emote. Oh, posture check? Alright, thank you, Bolt. What to do? So I think a vertical I wonder if we can give each snow golem multiple shulkers. There's the downside that Shulker. There's the downside that he'll only attack one at a time. But our goal is to increase the number of possible spaces the Shulkers have to go to. Right? So like if we make him like a little turret in here, and then we give the Shulker like these blocks. And why we? Three with an end. R10 seriously watching right now, Celix? That is kind of crazy. I turned off the viewer numbers a long time ago. Okay, and then we just do this multiple times, right? For now, let's just see if this does it. These shulkers are escape artists. This is why in one of the farms over there, I have like a piston here. This piston's a little annoying to place though. But you just periodically power this piston type of deal. And that forces them down onto that block. Dude does not care. He's like, this is my spot. I was here first. But that's the idea behind the pistons that are like this. Hytale is a different game than Minecraft Bolt. I'm not sure. I kind of want to play Hytale at some point, right? I'm not sure when or under what conditions and whatnot. I really do think that this is going to be the best. And then what I'll do is I'll trim a lot of this fat, like these excess blocks here. Like do we really need all these blocks around here? Do we really need all these? And then they'll let me play stuff a lot tighter, right? Whoops, I actually need those. Another stretch, thank you, Bolt. Second here. Like, this is probably like the minimalist. The minimalist cell with some extra buttons on it.
Bolt Waysalt says hydrate. Stay hydrated.
Alright. I wonder, it might be worthwhile to do this like in only one direction instead of 4. Because then you can, sorry, I gotta hydrate. Because then you can like stack them diagonally, right? So like you can have one here, and then you can put one like right here. And I'm actually getting kind of excited. This is cool. I still think I need the glass under there. Don't need that block. What's your dream job? Is it? When I was still going to school, it'd be something like software engineering. I enjoy writing programs and whatnot. But nowadays, my dream job is whatever pays the bills. It isn't too hard. Dentist, ooh, that's a good one. Dentists make a lot of money. So yeah, we just replicate this design in like a diagonal pattern. And this also gives us the benefit that we can slab a lot of this stuff. Buttons are so annoying to work with. I would rather slab everything. Good. I don't know how we're going to periodically power those pistons. And then outside the bottom, no problems. Is there another block that we can use for the sides other than buttons? I'm trying to think of one, but if you guys can think of one, much appreciated. suppose most of these could be walls, can't they? If you guys can think of another block that we can do these side ones on, other than buttons. Like, I could do something like that, right? This might let bolts through. Save me from some of the pain of placing buttons, though, right? We'll keep this part, because that's very visual. I like that. This can probably be a wall? No. We'll make a full block just to be safe. But I'm really saying way up to there. I mean, yeah, I can go all the way up to there. Yeah. I found something he's attacking. Fences. Ooh, ladders. That's another good one. I could just place fences too. Actually, and I can make these upside down half slabs to save some space. Like so. Probably make these upside down half slabs to save some more space. We'll play it safe because that is right next to where bolts will be moving around. I can make those probably upside down slabs, right? Yeah, because Shulker can attach to the top half of it, no problem. I can make these bottom half slabs. Minus this one. You know, honestly, this isn't looking too bad. And the fact that we got rid of so many buttons makes this significantly easier to build. Oops, I should do it like right. So then how tightly can we stack this? Like, they can share a wall. I wonder, can we go diagonally and go even tighter? I don't believe so. As far as vertical space, yeah. So position 1 would be like here. Position 2 can be somewhat arbitrary. Oh, whoops. Slash paste minus error. Yeah, it damaged the design because it writing these blocks with brain is blanking with buttons. Then 2 buttons there, wall. Oh, this can be a half slab? I suppose, yeah, it can be a half slab. Alright. Time to test it out. I mean, he's hitting himself a good amount, right? Is he not seeing these as valid? Maybe we're just gonna need like an absurd amount more. This very well could be the case. I'm hoping to see him duplicate at least one. Okay, maybe we spent too much time on style. So piston shouldn't invalidate that as a teleportation. Dude is really just dying. I really think we would have seen a duplication now. This is actually working. How's it going, Phantom? Thanks for the follow. I am currently trying to figure out why our shulkers are seemingly not duplicating. If we just don't have enough spots for them, or if maybe something I did trying to optimize the space usage has ruined their ability to teleport. Yeah, like they're not teleporting at all. Which has me a bit concerned. Hey, Bolt. This has me really concerned. Are we back? Hello? Hello? I lost internet for a second there. I believe we are back though. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, 5 o'clock, hard shut off. 5 is my usual end time, but that was strange. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Let me go back to the drawing board a little bit with this. Yeah, like at this point, they would have teleported if they were able to. Like, I know they only got like 8 spots to do out of like their full like 17 by 17 by 17 cube, but like the chance of him just refusing to teleport and dying. Oof. Lava. Common enemy of speedruns. Yeah, it's like, what's different? They weren't teleporting in here. But I thought that was just because they're like, this is way too tight. Thanks for the follow, Burrs. We're bashing our head against Shulker farms. This is the more entertaining one. But part of the reason why I thought we should get away from the multi-chamber is because they gather over here. Wait, surely snowballs don't. But what else do you take damage from? Snowballs don't do damage. They're just aggroed. I should make a long form at some point, Bolt. Like this is like no problem, right? Like you just plug him in, he's good to go. Like he's gonna reactor duplicate up here. Did Enderman actually steal my dirt block in this short period of time? But like, yeah, he duplicates. And when I had a couple of these pasted around, they were duplicating too. Yeah, like boom, another duplication. I mean, I think it's very clearly he's hitting himself. That's what causes the duplication. Oops. Oh, we got one. All right, let's do like this, and then We just tile it. You found such a peak education seed. This is mirroring how I'm going to build it in survival. I was really hoping World Edit would save me from this pain. The pistons are here because sometimes the shulkers can teleport and be like upside down in the chamber. And if they're upside down in the chamber, the snow golem won't attack them, they won't get aggroed, and they become inert. So the pistons are a way for us to push them back down into the right position, and then they get fired upon. Or whoops, I should have put my walls in place. Bastion off spawn, village off spawn, that sounds awesome. We'll probably also duplicate this vertically a little bit, at least a few times. In the actual survival world. So that will help things too. Whoops. Glass block for the shulker. Labs here. Labs here. So that's that half done. Glass blocks for shulker. All off middle. Where are these? Where are those short? Okay, so I'm just being dumb. Those don't need to be too tall. They give the shulker even more places to go where they need to get pushed back down into the chamber. Alright, so is everything... Okay, we need buttons. Everything looks good to me. Put in the shulker. Hopefully, this one duplicates. And if not, the second one. Yeah, and unfortunately I got one shulker in the world. Oh, there we go. We got a dupe. I like this though. I think we just need scale. I think we need scale, and then we can even tile. That'd be the block that a shulker is on. That'd be a wall. Okay, now this is some dense tiling. This is... Yeah, if we're able to do that, that is... And the shulker goes here. We want this to be a downwards facing piston. Does have the downside that makes it slightly harder to power those. And this needs to be full block, right? Yeah, this needs... We just do the same thing on the other half, right? Like, that stacks so tightly. Oh, I did forget to... There. And there. Forgot any buttons. How kind of them to help you out, tell you where you made your mistakes. Yep, so you can see here, this guy got stuck like this. This is why we need the piston. And they need to have that full block there, because otherwise they won't be able to open up. And they won't be able to shoot. I guess we can't tile like this, can we? Because we need to get the drops out. Oh, excuse me. Shulker's on this block. Shulker's on block. Yep. Shulker, is he on this block or is he on the block above? On the block above. I guess we can't tile it quite this tightly. Okay, well, I think I want to head out. This has been awesome. I'm glad we finally got a breakthrough. We're going to do reactor style design. Is that still going? Kind of like this. We're going to move this top layer maybe up another block, so that way we can work on how we get the items out. And then essentially just build a bunch of this and put our shulker in the middle. Hopefully he duplicates. I don't think we can guarantee a duplication. But like, if the middle chamber has like the most of these that we can get, possibly in range, I feel like we should have a good chance of getting duplication. But whoops, wrong world. Wrong world. I'm very happy with the progress today so far. Not sure how we're gonna stylize it over here, because this is gonna look kind of ugly unless we bury it somewhere. If we bury it somewhere, that is a lot of mining to do. Whoops, lag. Dude, I love this image. That's from last stream. Alright guys, this was a lot of fun. I'll come tomorrow. Maybe with the design prepped already. No promises, but at least we have the right idea. We have an action plan. We're gonna get those tiled as tightly as we can. We're gonna work out the logistics of getting the items out. And then make sure it's big enough that we can get the maximum number of spaces for the middle guy, which is where we're gonna put ours in the survival world. If I do get MC, want to play Cobblemon with me? Maybe Bolt. Maybe. Cobblemon server would be kind of cool. But, I don't know. Until next time, guys. Take care. Have a good one. Actually, is Webby streaming? Webby is not streaming. Alright. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.